guys, hope you're all doing okay. So I've been asked, and I've seen a couple of people asking and attempting as well their own ways of doing Dutch braids or French braids. I prefer a Dutch braid just because I feel like it looks more neat. This is a Dutch braid if you was wondering what the difference is. The French braids are just a bit more flat, so they braid over the top and they're more flat to your head, whereas a Dutch braid is a little bit more raised and I just feel like they look a little bit more intricate and a little bit more cool. So that's a personal preference. So today is going to be a Dutch braid tutorial. I just thought that it'd be really helpful for you all while you've got a bit of time on your hands, just to have something to try, practice, get your hair out your face, and hopefully this will help. So if you want to see how I've created this look today, then please keep watching. So really quickly, where I'm starting out today with this style, my hair was washed on Saturday, it is now Monday. So yesterday I had it up in a bun, I've done a workout this morning, I've been in the shower, so it's not completely fresh, it's a couple of days old. This is how I would normally do my hair in the week. So I'd normally like fresh wash it, leave it for a couple of days, and then when I felt like, okay, I want to do something, I would put a couple of braids in, and then after that I'd probably take the braids out and do like a half up, half down style with that, which I can also do a little video on for you if you'd like to know what to do with your waves, because it's always a shame to waste your waves. So with that being said, we'll just go through what we're going to use as well. So you want a hairbrush. I'm going to use the wet brush again because I love this, and the back combing brush just really to help smooth the hair in, just a pintail comb for sectioning, and then a few hair bands as well, so just the elastic ones. I've got the DMI ones, but you can kind of pick up whichever you prefer. And then styling products, I'm going to use the Colour Wow Pop and Lock. That's just to help, again, smooth the hair in. I do like to really get a bit of a slick look going on with this as well, so that's going to really help. And then just a little bit of Colour Wow Cult Favourite hairspray. I'm just going to give the hair a brush through, so I'm starting exactly where you guys had started today. This has not been brushed. This is frizzy and natural. Just while we're doing this as well, I just wanted to let you know, so I've set up two mirrors. So I've got one where I can see the back of my head as well, which is just behind here, and it should hopefully give me the opportunity to turn around and show you guys this side while I'm braiding it as well. So we're going to go for a down the middle section with the tail comb. Now I do, because my parting naturally is off centre, so I do like to slightly do this off centre too. And then I'm just going to feel from the top of my head to the nape of my neck and just draw a line from there to there. And separate the hair. Just going to comb these forwards. Now, if you do manage to set a mirror up behind you, you should be able to then, like I'm doing now, look and just neaten up that section. But by having the start and the finish point and just drawing the line straight down to it, it's literally like dot to dot, so it makes it so much easier for you. So I'm going to do the left side, talk you through that, and then what I'll do is fast forward through the right side so you can see me do it, but you've not got to listen to all the instructions again, you'll just see me go through it. Now these are going to be Dutch braids today, I think I've touched on that already. So what that means is they're going to be raised, and I prefer this kind of braid to a French braid just because I feel like it's neater, it's tidier looking, and it just looks a little bit more sleek, and there's a bit more definition to the style as well. It's just worth noting before we start, I like my braid to go from here to here, so it'll follow this kind of line down my head. I know some people do like to braid them down this way, but I find they look a bit more like milkmaid-y kind of vibes, and I'm not really into that. That's just personal preference though. Some people do prefer that, and it's exactly the same method. You just change the angle of the braid slightly more, but I do just prefer straight down the back, just a little bit more sleek, a bit more sporty looking. I do like it for the gym as well, so I just thought that was worth noting. So this side is tied out of the way, and this side is all nice and brush through. Just give it one more quick brush. I'm going to just brush it up as well because the sections are going to be going up, so we want to make sure that this hair is going to lay flat. So we'll go through that. Nice. Amazing. So quick pump of this, the Pop and Lock. If you really wanted to go for a wet look, you could put quite a lot of that product on and it'd really help. But I'm just gonna smooth it over. And like I say, once I do take these braids out, I wouldn't do this if I was wanting to be able to wear my hair down after, but because I will probably tie it up half and half in a couple of days time, this product is absolutely perfect to go in your hair for that too. Right, so I'm going to take I'll do it with a comb just so you can see quite a neat section. I'll comb that back. So it's like a triangle, okay? And we're just going to I'm going to go backwards, pinch your fingers, 1 piece, and then 2 pieces. So now we've got 3 altogether, yep. So I've got this one hooked in my little finger, number 2 in between my thumb and my index finger, and this one again hooked in my little finger. So what I'm going to do is go underneath. So I'm going to get section 1 under section 2, section 3 under section 2. As they move along, so this one will be number 1, this will be number 2, this will be number 3, and each time they move, whichever's this side will be 1, the middle one's going to be referred to as number 2, and then the far one will be number 3. So we're going to pick a bit more hair up for number 1, and you're going to be working in the same angle section, a bit more for number 2, a bit more for number 3, and you can see I'm constantly using my fingers to separate the sections. So that'll be held there, number 2 will be held in these fingers, and number 3 in these fingers. Sorry, number 1 in these fingers. I'm getting confused already. So pull number 1 under number 2, smooth it down. If you get any flyaways or strays, just get rid of them. And then number 3 under number 2. We're just constantly keeping it moving and keeping it smooth. As you get into it, you'll get more speed with it as well. So again, going up from here, picking some hair up for section number 1. And it's really repetitive, it's the same, it's nothing different every time. I'm going to use my thumb to pick some hair up for number 2. And then I'm going to use my thumb and pinky to do number 3 as well. So then we're going to pass it under. There we go. Right, now to make sure that we're going to be working in this kind of line instead of down here, we want the tension to be really tight on this section here, right? So again, move that hair out of the way. So we've got some hair for number 3, got some hair for number 2, and some hair for number 1. So section number 1, when they're all in my right hand, I've got my thumb and my index finger holding section number 1, my middle finger and my ring finger holding section number 2, and then section number 3 is tucked under my little finger. Okay? So again, remember tension on this top part because we want it to go back and not down the side. So you can allow a little bit more play. You're almost dragging this section number 1 all the way up. And then number 3 under number 2. Now I've numbered the sections just to try and give you guys a point of reference, but I don't know if that's going to make it more confusing for you. If it does, kind of just try and visually see what I'm saying. So as you come into these side bits, again, picking hair up for that first section, and they're just little slithers every time. Some hair up for that middle section. And if you can see, I'm constantly pulling the sections tight. I'm always kind of rejigging them, pulling them tight. Now I'm using the mirror to look behind me as well, but I do a lot of this by feel too. So don't obsess over looking in the mirror and thinking, I'm getting confused, it doesn't look how it feels. When I start to kind of feel like I don't know where parts are living, I do kind of stop looking in the mirror. You'll probably notice me do it and look down and just feel your way around. So for this part, and I think this is the part that most people struggle with, a lot of people will be inclined to take a really big section here, pull it up, and then this will be really baggy. Okay, so what you want to make sure you're going to do is take a really fine section, pass it to the first section, a bit more hair here, under here, for the middle section. I'm always kind of combing the sections out as well. I'm going to pull that, which is this section, really nice and tight. And then just add a little bit of hair from my parting, the remaining part on that section, to part number 3. And then we're just going to do the same. Put part number 1 under part number 2, part number 3 under part number 2. So you're always working to the middle. And again, so if you'd have taken one big section, you wouldn't have this left here now. So because we've not, we've got a nice little bit that we can lift up. Just going to use our fingers to rake through and comb through that section. And then pick up the middle piece of hair to add to the middle section. And then we're just going to try and show you from the back, some hair for this section here. And again, section 1's going under, section 3's going under. Okay? So still working in really fine little sections, and that's how you're going to make sure this part here doesn't start bagging down. Because I think that is the main thing. If you imagine if you'd taken that whole thing as one big section, your hair is just going to bag. But again, it's just the same repetitive. It's actually quite hard for me to describe how you do it as well. Like thinking of a method to explain. So again, we're going to go under, under. So every time you want to work, you're going to pick up a piece. You're going to grab some for the middle. And then you're going to grab some for the furthest part as well. So you're constantly passing sections back. So we're going to grab section 3 in our pinky, section 2 between our middle finger and our ring finger, section 3 is going to be here. So you're going to use your pinky to hold section 1, pass it under by grabbing section 2 with your index finger and your thumb. And the same here, index finger and thumb. So you've got that section that you've just passed over in your pinky. You've got your index finger and your thumb grabbing section 3. And that's it. Again, working in slim sections. If you start rushing and taking really big sections, that's when you're going to start getting baggy plaits, and no one wants baggy plaits. Want it to look really sleek, really kind of tucked in, streamline. And the last piece. a nice tight little piece here. And with this, I know it's tempting to turn around and start braiding it down the front, but if you can try and braid the neck all the way tight to your neck until you've got no more pieces to pick up, so now it is just a plain braid. Once you've done a couple of sections like that, then you can come round to the front and start to braid it down. Otherwise, again, you're going to get like a baggy section away from your neck. But I hope you can see what I mean about it. It's just coming straight down the back. Whereas sometimes they kind of come down here. And that is more that like milkmaid kind of vibe, which we're not really going for. And we're going to braid it all the way to the end. Because I really can't stand when people like tie it off here and then you've got loads of hair hanging down. I just think, why? You just finished the job. Right, so I'm going to pick up 2 of the bands just in case one snaps. And just tie it around. And that is your first braid done. So nice and tight. If you felt like that part there was a little bit too baggy, which personally I probably would, you can either tuck it up a little bit or just get a hair grip if you felt like it was more baggy than you'd like. But that is pretty neat, to be fair. So next one, like I say, I'm not going to talk you through this one. I'm just going to crack on and do it. So guys, just going to get some of the hairspray, spritz it on, just to kind of get these sides nice and neat. We're just going to get the back combing brush and just smooth these parts up. You can even hairspray on your back combing brush. If you've got any baby hairs that you want to kind of tuck in, same again. That here's your finished look. So nice and simple. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that it kind of helps you keep your hair nice and neat day to day. And now it's perfect for like the time being while we're in the house, just to kind of keep your hair out of your face, and while we've got a bit of time as well to practice. I know a lot of people do ask me like, how do you braid? And without us booking time out in the salon, then I wouldn't necessarily be able to have time to kind of go through it with you. So hopefully that's helped. If you do have any questions, anything that I've not covered, anything that you're not quite sure about, please feel free just to comment below, just let me know. Ask me anything and I will try and get back to you, try and reply to your questions, and hopefully make anything a bit more clear that's not been clear to you today. If there is anything else that you'd like to see next, or a different kind of method, different way of braiding, anything like that, then please let me know as well. So yeah, that was just a quick tutorial on how to do Dutch braids. Nice and simple, quick, out your face, easy, and then like I say, you can kind of go on from this and create a half up, half down style with your waves in a couple of days, which hopefully I'll get around to doing for you as well. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're staying safe, and I'll see you soon.